Hello, how are you, you wonderful people? It is Friday after work, and I just thought I would take you through my evening. I have a new evening routine because the one that I set forth for myself at the beginning of the year, in theory, great, in practice, not great, and you know what? That's just fine. You just have to adapt and prioritize when you need to. So, just got home, let the dog out. It's a little early. I'm going to unpack. So my new routine is getting home, and I allocated 30 minutes for the dog. That means taking her outside, giving her attention. Because when I get home, she's like, I haven't seen you all day. Let me get some pets, let me play. It depends on the day. And along with that 30 minutes is I begin to unpack, because she may walk away from me and I start doing something and then she'll come back to me. And so just a loose 30 minutes. And the next 30 minutes is eating dinner. And today I don't have to make dinner. I got some free food at work, and that's going to be dinner tonight. And then the next 30 minutes is chores. It's okay, 30 minutes. Do I need to fold laundry? Do I need to empty the dishwasher? Do I need to clean off my countertops? Do I need to clean the toilet? Blah, blah, blah. But just 30 minutes, because I want my food to digest. And then the next 30 minutes is an at-home workout. So during the week, I don't typically go to the gym. So 20-30 minute yoga workout. And then 30 minutes for a shower, because that's 30 minutes for a shower, get ready, brush my teeth, blah, blah, blah. And then wind down. So tonight even though it's Friday, I could totally let loose, do whatever I want, but I'm going to stick to my routine, because the thing with routines is they're routine by definition. And so I would rather just keep up with the approximate 30-minute time blocks I have for myself. And then after I shower tonight, I might just have a little more time to wind down, read, watch something on Netflix, whatever the case may be. So I'm going to set you up, and we're going to clean up the kitchen a little bit. All right, we've emptied the dishwasher, loaded the dishwasher, emptied my lunch, cleared a little bit of the counter space off. I do need to show you something. Let me preface this with, I have 3 ways to make coffee. I have a French press, I have an AeroPress, and I have a mocha pot. And I know how to use them all. My boyfriend doesn't, and he doesn't like the AeroPress. It's a little complicated. He's used to a coffee pot. I grew up, my parents used a coffee pot, but I don't have a coffee pot. One more thing to put on my countertop. But also, it takes a while to do all 3 of those methods. And it may not take any longer than regular coffee, but it's more involved. It takes more time from you. And he's like, you should really get a coffee pot, because then I can make you coffee. You can make coffee quicker during the week when you're getting ready for work, because I'm kind of putsy in the morning. And so I have a new coffee pot. So number 4 to the coffee making family, let me show you. This is little Blue. There he is. He's only a 5-cupper, but that's okay. I drink 2. I drink to the 2 line in the morning. So not super high quality. If I were to redo it, I would probably just match my Cuisinart Burr coffee grinder and get the stainless steel and black 5-cup Cuisinart. But he's just very cute with the gold accent and the dusty blue. I thought he was nice, because everything in this kitchen is black, brown, white, silver, aka stainless steel. And so this was kind of nice, kind of retro looking. I do like the look of it. It's very plastic. It's super simple, which I love. It has a reusable filter, and the thing is, why did they choose white? It's going to be stained in. I'm never going to be able to unstain it unless I don't know, bleach it, and I don't really want to do that. Not that big of a deal. It's little things though. Power button and strength. Super simple. Great. Everyone can use it now. So I just prep it the night before, and then when I wake up in the morning, I just press the power button and it starts brewing, and we're off to the races. Now it's been my 30 minutes of spending time with the dog and putting stuff away. I'm gonna put my comfy jeans on, my house jeans, and then we're gonna eat some food. All right. Post-work outfit. These are my Levi's 80s mom jeans. I love them. They're one size too big, but they're that 100% cotton that when you put them on, they're tight, and then after you wear them, they stretch out, and then there's like no stretch in them, but they stretch out. If that makes sense. Very comfy, but I feel better having jeans on when I'm at home than sweatpants, because then I feel productive. If I put sweatpants on, I'm like, this is lounging. But we're not lounging, we're being productive. So, house jeans. Let's get some food. So, I have an Italian sandwich from McAllister's Deli. Some food got catered to the office today. So, let's see about that. So, there's a big sandwich and little condiments, and I have thoughts on that. Mine also came with jalapeno kettle chips, but this is a big sandwich, so maybe we'll just have chips later, at a later date. Oh, pickle. You know, I like pickles. I don't love pickles. A good one. Little miss, you have your breakfast you haven't eaten yet. Yeah, go eat your breakfast. Oh, solid. Ooh, that looks good. Plenty. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we have roast beef, it looks like, and then we have salami, probably provolone, a little arugula, onion. Ooh. Peppers. Maybe, oh, that's definitely mustard. Maybe some oil and vinegar. Let's give it a sample. I think that'll be good. Should I put mayo on it? No. I think sometimes the edges just don't have the dressing on them. You need to go do something else. All right. Where should I eat this? Dining room table. All right, how y'all doing? What you up to? Got a cloth napkin because I'm out of paper towels. Have some tulips here that I got at the local flower shop. I think I need to trim the stems a lot because they can't support themselves. This is a big sandwich. Oh no. It's one of those that you bite and it just escapes. I had the choice between a club and the Italian, and I'm very pleased with my choice. So I wear fake nails sometimes, and you can see I have some of them on. They're a French short round. They're from LA Girl from Target, and it was between these and some purple ones, and I've never done a French tip. And I'm like, all right, let's give it a go. And I actually loved it. And get this, they were $3.99 before tax at Target. And that's like super cheap for press-on nails. $10 is a cheap price. They were $3.99, and I'm like, I don't know how well these are gonna hold up. These, almost 2 weeks, and I forgot to rub my nail down with rubbing alcohol before applying them. And usually I'll do nail glue on my nail and the nail, and then press them together, and I only did glue on my nail and then press the nail on. So I have no complaints. I would totally use them again. I couldn't find them on Amazon, unfortunately, so either way. But the funny thing is, these look pretty natural, so when they pop off, you don't notice it as much, and these are starting to come up at the cuticle now, so they look less real. But when they start to pop off, they will just kind of pop off out of the blue. Like, I brought coffee cake to work, and I was showing an associate at work, like, here's the coffee cake, and I pulled the lid off, and one of my nails popped off outside of the pan, thankfully. I'm like, let me just pick that up real quick. Or I was closing the blinds last night, and I was letting them down, and I walked away, and my nail felt like a breeze on it. And I looked, and I'm like, oh, a nail popped off. Don't know where. It's probably behind the couch. So they'll just like randomly pop off. And sometimes you'll notice, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you'll have no clue where the nail went. Yeah. Just girly things. I'm going to, I was like, I'm going to put maybe a YouTube video on, a shorter one to stay within my time blocks. But I just finished listening to the book Dune. So it's with the movie with Timothy something or another and Zendaya. The book that movie is based on. I was hesitant to read it because it's like 21 hours, and I don't think it's really like my genre, but I'm like, you know what? Just listen to it here and there, blah, blah, blah. And it did take about 30 minutes to an hour to get into the audiobook. The narrator was good. They had a cast, but it's like the narrator did other people's voices most of the times, and only some of the time the other cast members did their parts. It's kind of strange. But the narrator was good, and I liked it. I didn't love it, but I liked it. I'd probably give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Maybe a 3.75 or a 4, because here's the thing. Again, 21 hours of an audiobook. Lots of detail. But the thing is, I didn't really get bored. I mean, you can over-explain things and you're like, okay, get on with the story. There are technically 3 books, and I don't know if they were released all at the same time, if someone else broke them into 3 books, or if the author broke them into 3 books, or if it's like one book, but they'll say like part 1, part 2, part 3, all in one book. When the audiobook finished, I'm pretty sure it said it was published all on the same date. It had the same publishing date, so I don't know. But yeah, so I believe only 2 of the Dune books are out, or movies are out, so I know how it ends. But it will be interesting to see the movies. Like, I don't really care to watch the movies, but I think I'm going to watch the movies just to see, and just to see how did they do well with the movies. And I heard that they did do a good job with the movies, going off of the book. But it's kind of like sci-fi, and I have a hard time with like really good, like I would say this is a good book. Like, I give a lot of credit to the author. I respect the author's ability to write that much and make up that much and it still be something that like you can consume and it's palatable. I have a hard time when like popular actors and actresses play in those movies, because I'm like, you play Superman's girlfriend. Whereas like Harry Potter, I think it helped that I was young, so I didn't know any other movies that the older actors and actresses had been in or shows. But like Harry, Hermione, and Ron were young, and so those were like their first big roles. And so now when I see Daniel Radcliffe in something else, it's like, oh, that's Harry Potter, that kind of thing. I don't know. How do you feel about that? So I have other holds that are available, but I don't think I'm ready to start a new audiobook tonight. So I'm just gonna put on some YouTube, I think, and eat my sandwich. There's a roofing person soliciting, and I am glad I spotted them before they approached my house. But I have escaped to the kitchen to avoid them seeing me through the windows. And hopefully they leave fast. Plus, I just had my roof replaced this year, so I don't need that. I don't know if he's still there. He knocked about a minute ago really quietly. And then again really quietly because my storm door is locked too, so he couldn't access the big door. But I don't know how long they stand out there. God bless them. Like, door-to-door sales, I don't know how successful they are, but I feel like with people my age, we don't want to answer the door. The last time I answered the door for someone who solicited, my kitchen sink was plugged. And I was trying to unscrew the piping underneath. And I had rubber gloves on. I had safety glasses on because there was Drano in the pipe. I looked like I was doing some chemistry stuff. And I answered the door like that because I'm like, I have zero cares to give right now. And the thing is, they don't even give you a chance to say no. They just go right into their spiel. They do a great job. And then he's talking to me about pests and like, do you have any pests? And then he's like, what about back? And he spends probably it felt like a long time. It was probably like 10 minutes just chatting with me. And then he's like, and what do you think about that? And I was like, and what do you think about this? And what do you think about this option? And I'm like, I'm not going to be committing to anything tonight. And he finally was like, okay. And then I walked him around back and I went back to my chemistry. I did not successfully unplug the drain that night, but we got it the next day. Just come on, man. It's a Friday night. They're just doing their job, I guess. Anywho, I think he's gone now. It's a very salty pickle, but it's nice. That was a lot of sandwich. It was very nice. I liked the sweet peppers. There's black olives and there's like sweet bell peppers on it. And then the oil and vinegar, and there must have been some sort of seasoning, maybe like oregano. It was good. All right, I'm gonna creep around the corner, make sure he's gone. And then I think I wanna start a load of laundry, continue cleaning off my surfaces, trim my tulips. I think I'm gonna need to take some of the leaves off. Hopefully that's not bad for them. Yeah, we're just gonna casually do some chores for the next 30 minutes. So come on. Load of laundry started. Soliciting man gone. Pretty puppy right there. Is that still too long? Let's try it. You can always trim them again tomorrow. That's better. I'll trim this one a little bit more. Why do you cut the stems at a 45-degree angle? Does anyone know? I could Google it, but I'm not going to. You know what song I have stuck in my head right now? Hozier's Would That I like the beginning specifically. Just the folky, soft part. It's fine. I feel like that's better. This one is still, there we go, that's a little better. They need support. Got all my leaves kind of curled in. I think Yeah, he needs another inch off. Perk up your leaves. Not perfect, but better. All right, let's see how they do now. Next, we shall vacuum the couch. It's been a few days and it's gotten quite furry from the beast. And then I'll bring the laundry that I brought up from the dryer out here and we'll fold it and put it away. All right, I am tired. It's 6:30. I'm in the time block where I work out now, but I have some laundry that I want to fold first. Thankfully, the biggest laundry item I had was my blanket, and I decided, you know what, it's a good thing to change your blankets. Once a week is pretty good. So this little one loves a freshly made bed. She also loves my bed, so. And we love her. She's the best. Very tired. I'm gonna have a little dark chocolate bar, and I'm watching a Morgan Long vlog, and so I don't have much laundry to fold. Very few things. So once that's folded and I eat my chocolate bar, I'm going to, this vlog will probably be almost done, so I'll put on some leggings and a sports bra and I'll do a yoga practice. It's so nice out today though. I'm like, I took the dog for a walk this morning and it was so nice out. I didn't want to come back inside, but you know, responsibilities. So I have the window open. I have a couple windows open. You may have heard some birds tweeting, maybe not. It's quite warm out, but you know what? Fresh air is good for the house. It's good for the body. So here we go. Laundry is done and it is put away. The vlog has concluded. Well, I didn't want to watch the last few minutes. I'm eating my chocolate and I'm really thirsty, so I got my water bottle here. I realized one other reason why I'm feeling tired is with the house open. The house is about 4 degrees warmer than I normally keep it. So along with me being up and active, that keeps me warm usually at my 68 degrees in the winter at least. And it's 72 in here right now. I have the ceiling fan on in here. Hopefully that's not something that's being caught too much on the microphone right now, but I am just going to let that settle for a moment, my chocolate and my water. Recently, I have been doing yoga flows by Charlie Follows. She does, I don't know, I like her style. I was thinking, I'm like, oh, I'll do a 20 or 30 minutes and I have the time today. And I was so resistant to doing more than a 20-minute video. And then I realized, if you've ever done yoga, there are certain like poses and parts of the practice that you just don't get into if you don't do a longer flow. And she does have 40 and 60-minute practices, but I don't want to today. So I have my clicker set on a 30-minute intermediate full body flow. So one reason I like her is because it's not a heavily spiritual practice, because I'm a follower of Jesus and there's a lot of Christians out there who are completely anti-yoga, and that's totally fine and I can totally see that, but the Holy Spirit helps us discern what is good to have, okay to have in our lives, and what's not. So let the Lord convict me if he ever wants me to stop. But there are certain yoga instructors that I've stopped doing their videos because they bring in the spiritual side of it. And for me, it was my chiropractor who knew that I weightlifted and said I should start doing yoga. And I'm like, yeah. And then I started doing it, and I was at a point where I couldn't be in push-up position. I couldn't be on my wrists because my wrists hurt so bad. And you're on your wrists a lot in yoga. And so when I started doing the free classes at my gym, it was hard, but the pain eventually went away because I was strengthening my wrists. And so for me, yoga is a combination of stability, flexibility, and mobility. And it is a gentle way to move my body, and there's a lot of control that you practice. And for me, I like yoga. Certain practices, certain parts of it, and certain instructors of it. And so there's certain things that I don't do namaste, because from my research, namaste isn't just like peace, it's the holiness in me bows to the holiness in you, and that does not jive with God's word. And so I just skip that part if they do that. Charlie Follows doesn't do namaste, and she just doesn't. So that's what I will say about that. Let's get changed and get into it.
I belong to you. I belong to you. Do just what you want. You're the one I trust, and I always be around when I need some loving, baby. No one else. Yeah. Let you down.
That was fun. A little different than like a typical vinyasa flow practice, but I liked that. And the sun has gone down and I'm just feeling real sleepy. Even if it's an energizing yoga, that you cool down at the end, and then I'm always like, I'm tired, I'm ready for a nap. But the laundry is done, so I'm gonna hang that / toss it in the dryer. Then I'm gonna hop in the shower, and it's about 7:30. So by the time I'm out of the shower, it's gonna be 8, which I know is not too early to go to bed. But in my brain, I'm like, that's too early to go to bed. It's still daytime. So I always have such big intentions, and that was the problem with what I've been trying to do as my evening routine. And I realized, like, Rachel, you just need to pare it back. You just need to, you need time to hang out with the dog, eat, digest. You want to prioritize movement, but going to the gym, that's a big time investment. And with everything else you want to do, along with being able to go to bed at a decent hour, going to the gym in the evening is not going to work for you. So what can you do at home? But if you want to prioritize it, you have to not try and do everything every night. And so, especially that half hour between eating and working out, where my belly just is kind of digesting, is to just stay on top of chores and tidy throughout the week, instead of having it all compile and then have to handle it on the weekend. And especially now, summer is coming up, and so it's not just so I want to get into a routine that allows me freedom on my weekends in the summer to go to the beach, but it's trying to find something that works for me. So finding something that works individually for you that allows you to hit everything you need to do and tap into everything you want to do. And so that half hour has been really good about tossing a load of laundry in, vacuuming, all those little things. And for me, and I think for everyone, and some people just may not notice it, when my vacuum is couched, when my couch is vacuumed, when my countertops are clear, when just little things are put away and the little things are clean, it's so refreshing to my mind. And so that's that. Laundry, shower, then we'll reassess what I'm gonna do. If I'm gonna go to bed, if I'm gonna read. My brain initially is like, oh, you can work on editing the vlog that you have footage for before this video. We're not gonna do that because that's gonna suck me right in, and I'm gonna go to bed at 10 o'clock instead of 9 like I want to. So let's just get going. We've showered. We have turned the laundry over. We are very tired. It is about 8:30. No, you cannot come up here. No, those are not for you either. I wanted a little snack. I don't really have great snack options at home right now, so I'm gonna have my bag of jalapeno kettle chips, a little spicy, and I'm going to read for a little bit. This is called Hooked: Food, Free Will, and How the Food Giants Exploit Our Addictions. And I find this stuff fascinating. And if you're new here, I have a history with disordered eating, and I think if it were me in the depths of my struggle, this would be like an unhealthy thing for me to read. But I don't feel triggered at all when I read this. But it's fascinating. It's just something I'm interested in. So just gonna hang out maybe for however long I last. Oh, one thing, 1 second. I ordered some blue light glasses, and I did these are Warby Parker. I did the Warby Parker free at-home try-on. You pick 5 pairs, they ship them to you for free. You have to ship them back. They give you a free return label, and then so you can just see like what they're gonna look like on you. And so this is the Esme I tried on. I wanted the clear frames for blue light glasses. I tried on, they came in like a brown tortoiseshell kind of frame, which was nice. But the thing is, all of my try-ons were medium width, and they still looked good. And I'm like, I don't know, I kind of want wide width. And now I'm like, do I want wide width or do I want medium width? Because there's a 30-day return policy on them. And the reason I bought them is to protect my circadian rhythm. And so that is like, you wake up when the sky gets light, when the sun comes out, and when the sun goes down, that's when your body's like, okay, it's time to go to sleep. So for me, it's not, I wore them at work for a couple days, and I'm like, wait, I'm not wearing these to reduce eye strain. You can like make sure you're blinking enough and make sure you're looking away from your computer every 20 minutes at something 20 feet away for 20 seconds. And that helps reduce eye strain. For me, it's protecting my circadian rhythm. And because I'm not out, because I work in the office, I'm not in the sun gives off blue light. I get blue light from my screen, which helps like keeps you awake if you're looking at your screen a lot at nighttime. And so for me, I realized like, oh yeah, I want to wear these like at home once the sun goes down, just to help my body like stay in a wind down state, at least from the light perspective. And so whether I'm editing at night or I'm just hanging out scrolling on my phone at night, you can actually get blue light from like LED, the lights in your house. So if you have softer lights, this room isn't too bad because I have relatively warm lighting in here. And I'm just kind of experimenting with them. I don't know. Do you have experience with blue light glasses? What do you think of these? These are oversized is kind of a thing. Why does my screen look blurry? Did I get my screen? Maybe it's the lighting. Sorry if that was blurry. I know oversized is kind of a thing right now, especially, I don't know, maybe because it's clear they look a little different. The one thing is, because they're wide, the nose the nose opening is also a little wider, but it's not that big a deal. They're very big, so I still think they're cute. Yeah, just gonna read and have my snack. So, thanks so much for spending the evening with me, and thank you so much for being here today.
Appalachian sunrise meets my